Today, we are showing you guys 3 different levels of how to make ramen.
My name is Zach. I am an amateur chef.
My name is Eric. I'm gonna be the at-home cook today.
And then of course myself, I'll be making restaurant quality ramen.
Today we're going to see if I got what it takes by making Shin Ramyeon ramen. It's instant ramen that I tried 2 or 3 times in my life. I love it. I'm also a big fan of Korean food, so I hope I don't offend any of my Korean friends out there. Please forgive me if I do.
We're gonna be making a variation of ramen, affectionately known as Jiro Ramen. It originates here in Tokyo, and it started from a ramen chain that is also referred to as Jiro. Since then, it has become a Japan-wide phenomenon, and it has quite a bit of mystique. People even refer to it as a cult. For example, recently there was an article about how a Jiro Ramen caught on fire, and rather than fleeing immediately, everyone decided to finish their bowl of ramen before exiting the shop. So the people who love Jiro really are crazy about it.
We are gonna make Chintan today. You can use any kind of bones or meat for this. We are gonna be doing a primarily chicken version of the Chintan.
First up, let's cut up our garlic. Cut it up just like this. I'm gonna put this inside of my broth to give it more flavor. I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil. Throw it in the oven.
Of course, the Jiro is a Tonkotsu broth. It's gonna be a nice, thick, creamy broth. We're kicking things off here just with 3 pieces of pork fat into our pot here.
Chicken feet. This is more for texture.
The gelatin from the chicken feet will add some more thickness to our broth. Toes are off, we're going in there.
Next, let's move on to the water part. After that, I'm going to put my sardines into this bag. And I'm gonna let this sit for about 10 minutes because that's really gonna help out that flavor.
Pork belly, which we will be using later on as well as a topping for our Jiro Ramen. Now for the fun bit, breaking our pork bones. You can find a hollow spot, which will make them easier to break.
Aim for that hollow spot that you just found. Just give it a good, quick crack. And you'll be able to break it in half, just like this.
When you're making a tonkotsu, you really want to access that bone marrow. The bone marrow is really what helps make your broth a lot thicker and more rich. We are using a pressure cooker here just to speed up our process a little bit. I'm gonna be using this for 30 minutes here.
These are all of our aromatics that we're going to be putting into our soup. We've got onion, pineapple, ginger, and we've got garlic. We're just going to have a little bit of olive oil and salt. A nice generous amount. And chuck that in the oven for about 12-14 minutes, just so it's got a nice brown.
So let's see how our garlic is doing. So that's around the kind of golden brown that we really want for it. I'm also gonna take out my sardines. That was about 10 minutes. Cut the garlic in the middle. I did it like an expert, like a pro. Put the cloves in there.
Oh, ow!
Put in the seasonings. I kind of want to start mushing up my garlic.
Our meat has been in our pressure cooker for 30 minutes now. So first things first is we gotta release that steam. I'm gonna be using a long chopstick here just to let our steam out. So as you can see, our tonkotsu broth is looking really nice and thick here. We've been breaking it down every 15 minutes. Crush down the bones as much as you can and just extract as much flavor as possible.
Shiitake, dried shiitake. This is just 1 handful. I don't measure anything when it comes to ramen. I've been doing for 4 years. This is kombu. Our aromatics are done. They've been in there for about 12-14 minutes. It's got a nice brown color to it now, a bit of smokiness to it. Add this to the Chintan. We've got a big slab of pork belly over here. This is the underside of it all. This is the parts that is connected to the rib cage. So these are a bit tougher. So we want to kind of trim these kind of parts down. Trimmings, we do actually use them. We don't throw anything away. I put them through our sausage maker. This is our slab of char siu. Roll it up. Get our string. We do our shoelace string, double knots. Turn it around, wrap it around, hard. Wrap it around, put it hard.
Our char siu has been sitting in our broth inside the pressure cooker. I'm just gonna be cutting our meat up just to make it a bit easier to be putting into our ramen. You can see just how nice and juicy that piece of pork is.
We're gonna get started with our next protein, chicken breast. Olive oil, lather on both sides. This is magic spice. You can only get it in Fukuoka, the birthplace of Tonkotsu. There's about 14 different spices in it. My Japanese family friend showed it to me and my mum. We're gonna add a cheeky little lemon, 1 slice on each side. Pull it into our bag.
And now, all of that is gonna be going into our bag here. The last step, we're just gonna pour our marinade into it here.
Add this to our bag with the char siu. Stuff in our aromatics. Now these two are ready to be sous vide. There we go. Our last protein, Wagyu. Cut this to about 1 inch. tiny little bit of pepper, some Malden rock salt. Now that I can see we've got a good colour to it, I'm going to flip this over. Perfect amount of brown right there. Huh? Nice. Our chicken has been sous vide. We're going to fry it now just to give it a bit of colour on the skin side. Yes, look at that colour. Slice the char siu quickly. This is one of our ham slices. Get the blowtorch. You want to keep your distance and just give it just a little bit of a sear. And there we go.
Next we have
Enoki.
We'll only do about half because again, we're not putting too much on it. All right, let's throw it on in.
Olive oil. Not too much because we're going to be deep frying. A very small amount of salt. Bit of pepper. Put it in. And there we have it. Our enoki, a fried enoki. Oh, lovely lot of colour.
One of the most important parts of the Jiro Ramen is the moyashi topping. That's going straight in. Cabbage.
So our timer just went off perfectly. So let's take out our mushrooms. Our enoki is looking about like this. Pretty brown.
We're gonna be making our ramen eggs. While you're boiling your egg, for the first 30 seconds, I strongly recommend just tumbling them around. The reason being is it prevents that yolk from sinking or floating in your actual egg. It'll get it nice and centered, which just makes them look a lot prettier because we will be cutting these eggs in half.
So this is our browning iron. It's been on fire for about 5 minutes, so it should be hot enough. We get an egg, we're gonna hold it like this, and then we want it nice and flat on the egg for about 5 seconds. And then you get our logo, just like this. I'll put that into our marinade.
Next up, noodles. I'll set a timer for 3 minutes. Yep, kind of want to push it in there.
We're gonna put our noodles in for 20 seconds.
We're gonna make some ramen noodles. I make my noodles, don't buy the store-bought stuff like these guys. Run them through. Main thing with noodles, it's not like pasta. Yeah, pasta, you run it through each setting twice. Ramen noodles, you don't need to do that. We're gonna stick these two together. Push the middle so it doesn't ripple when we put it through the machine. Run it through once more. I'm gonna fold it in half. Add some corn flour to the noodles. So straight edge goes into the teeth, then roll through. Once it's done, when you're halfway, grab it in the middle. And there we go.
Now I'm going to make the tare, the taste of it all. So I'm using Skippy peanut butter, 1 teaspoon, a little bit of our broth. Use a whisk, gonna whisk it around.
When it comes down to it, a broth is just boiled bones. What really differentiates ramen will be that tare. 200 milliliters of soy sauce, 100 milliliters of mirin, 20 grams of sugar, 10 grams of salt, and also 5 grams of hondashi. Today, because we're making Jiro Ramen, it'll traditionally be a shoyu tare, which will mean its main base is a soy sauce. So you can see it's boiling up here. That's what we want. We're just trying to boil off that alcohol that was in the mirin, and we're gonna turn off the flame here now and let it cool down. As it cools down, we're gonna be adding in our kombu. Our kombu today is from Hokkaido, so only the best. With kombu, you never wanna boil the kombu itself. If you boil it, it can release some bad, bitter aromas, so we will be putting it in now.
This is our shoyu tare. This one is now about a year old, I would say. This is a 30 ml ladle. So 1 full ladle, always pouring away from yourself. I've got some chicken fat over here. Our soup, the best parts. It's been cooking now for about 5 hours, I would say. 1 full scoop, 400 grams.
I'm gonna pour this into my bowl with my peanut butter tare. Also, another little trick. Sometimes they have crumbs in the back of this. You actually just pour it on top of your noodles just like this. Mushrooms. My other toppings that come with the packet. All right, some kimchi. I will probably be on the toilet for an hour or 2 after I eat this. Just being honest. I'm gonna put some green onions, Korean seaweed.
First thing into the bowl here is going to be our ramen tare. 25 milliliter ladle, 10 milliliters of our chicken fat. Our tonkotsu broth here, which you can see is beautifully thick. We don't mind if we get a little bit of that pork fat in there. It's part of the Jiro style. Negi, one of the most quintessential parts of a Jiro ramen, pig fat. You're gonna pass pig fat through a sieve, and we're putting that directly into our broth.
Off the noodles here, so we're going to cook it in the water for about 20 seconds. Get it out, turn it around so my thumb is on the inside. Into our bowl. just like this. With your chopsticks, you grab your noodles, and we want to make a little bed. So utilizing that liquid, the left to right, and can you see that lovely bed that we're making here now, yeah?
So noodles are gonna go in. We have our moyashi, a big pile of it right in the center. 4 pieces of our nice pork belly. Eggs. 1 more 10 milliliter of chicken fat on top there. Some shichimiya. And just a bit of pepper.
Start with the big things, like the char siu, wagyu, eggs, 2 wontons, green negi, enoki together, seaweed, ginger and negi, oil.
This is my bowl of ramen.
This is my bowl of ramen.
Here is my bowl of ramen.
I actually nailed it. Ooh, it is a fiery one. I need some milk with that. One of my favorite things that I'm still so surprised about was actually that peanut butter. That peanut butter was excellent.
That's pretty damn good. The chashu is perfectly seasoned, just as I had expected it to be.
It all works perfectly well together. What I really like as well is this enoki. Gives a bit of a crunchy texture. Yeah, that's really good.
So, I'm Zach, signing off, the best chef ever. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye. See you later.
So instant ramen is just gonna be a quick 10-minute process, for example. We're gonna give tips. Oh, man.
This is restaurant quality Jiro at home.
Give it a rate out of 10.
This might be the best bowl of ramen I've ever had in my entire life.
I said give it a score out of 10. Oh, this is the best ramen, man. You haven't even given it a score, man. Give it a score.
Oil splashes my eye, I can't fucking see. Yes, well seasoned, not too salty. Nice and oily, just how I like it. Meat's good. I'm at a loss, guys. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Okay, hold on.